Believing that reality is only material is a closed belief system. Its premise is circular. Perfect order exists because only perfect order survives. And since materialism operates from an unproven position, they must assert that reality exists as a brute fact. Why is reality only material? Because it just is. Once you accept materialism's redefinitions, you become absorbed into their frame. However, you can get out of their frame when you experience a cognitive alignment, which is the moment when you find freedom from illusion. So to get to that cognitive alignment, here is what needs to be understood. Logic travels by the map it is given. And if an assumption is the starting point, then logic will begin its journey from that assumption. This causes blindness to everything that lies beyond the borders of that map. Yet logic will still travel with blind confidence, building arguments and drawing conclusions, but never realizing the terrain it travels on is confined only to its map. Materialism's starting point is the assumption that only matter exists. From there, logic dutifully tries to navigate contradictions such as consciousness, morality, or meaning. And when logic cannot find a way forward, it invents new assumptions and keeps circling, trying to stay in motion inside that narrow, closed map. Authority justifies itself. This is why those who are in closed systems always sound confident. They remind me of a parent declaring, "Because I said so." Obedience is required, not understanding. This is because their logic is circular. And within a closed system, everything makes sense as long as you never ask why. Questions are forbidden, because that might reveal the assumption's limit. It's always the same. Once the premise is protected, logic has nowhere to go but in circles, faithfully reasoning its way through a map that never changes. So this is not about faulty reasoning, because it's faithful reasoning. Logic is faithful to its boundaries, forever reasoning its way through a map that is closed. This is exactly how intelligent people become trapped in an incoherent belief. This is why materialists can sincerely believe that consciousness is an illusion while using consciousness to make that claim. They are faithfully reasoning within their closed map. They may say, "I didn't do that," but that is the surest sign that they did. For once an assumption becomes invisible, it feels like truth itself. They cannot see the borders of their map because to them, that map is the whole world. They are brilliant people. However, they must protect their tricks, because those tricks are the only thing holding their map together. If they ever admitted to the limits of their assumptions, then their whole map would disintegrate. But take one clear glance at the materialist map and you will see it is contradictory and self-refuting, because it depends on what it denies. For instance, they need objective truth to claim there is no objective truth. Reliable logic to argue logic is just brain chemistry. Genuine choice to argue free will does not exist. Moral authority to dismiss moral reality. We must fight for what is coherent, because if we do not question the map, we will mistake the map for the world.